Brosplay! Hey, welcome back. What were you going to say about the Oracle?
So the Oracle gets changed, right?
The actor, yeah.
Yeah, so she talks about making a terrible decision, but I figured out what that finally means the last time I went through the series. So her face got changed because she refused to comply with the Frenchman. Mm-hmm. That's why the Frenchman did that to her.
Yeah, but they wrote it in because they changed the actress.
Because they changed the actress, yeah.
Pretty sure.
But at the same time, I'm pretty sure she was reverted to an older version of the Oracle.
Oh.
From what I gathered from what she told Neo and Trinity.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my belief. I also saw, on another note about the Matrix, I saw a theory that seems so obvious in hindsight that I'm actually a little embarrassed that it hadn't occurred to me. But the theory is that, so 99% of all people will just accept the Matrix, right?
Right.
1% of them reject the Matrix. So those people live in the real city of Zion. Mm-hmm. But the question is, if Zion is a real city, then why does Neo have special powers outside of the quote-unquote Matrix?
Right.
When he's in Zion, he can still use mental powers and all those things.
Only on the Sentinels, though.
I guess. But, I mean, like, that's a good point, actually.
That's how it was explained in the movie, is that he can only control the Sentinels because they're attached to the Matrix.
Interesting. I hadn't really thought about it that way. But he can see. He can see without his eyes.
Yeah, he can see the Matrix. Like, the whole thing is connected.
But it wouldn't explain why he could see his own ship. But what does make sense is that if Zion is actually just another level of the Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like Inception. If you think you woke up, you're not going to assume you're in a dream.
They easily could have made a second level. They probably expected that shit.
Well, and doesn't it only make sense that... So first of all, how would the people of Zion actually live down there? They couldn't grow anything without any sunlight.
Oh, it's probably like, I don't know, like bugs.
But I honestly just makes more sense that it's a simulated world, right?
Yeah, but what do they think they're eating?
Yeah, probably bugs and algae and just crap like that.
Yeah.
Those birds are cool.
I was thinking about, dive bombing harpies.
Yeah.
They, visual clarity's top notch on that, too. Really appreciate that.
Big fan of the clarity.
Good color theory, too. Good, nice color theory. Appreciate that. Anyways, I have a theory that I was thinking about while we were talking about that. So his name is Neo, which is an anagram for one, because he's the one, right? Mm-hmm. Or, I mean, I guess some people believe he's not the one. That maybe Smith is the one. Anyway.
It's really both. They're just opposite sides of the same coin.
Isn't that even a line from the movie?
Yeah. I think the Oracle says it.
And Trinity is a word for three, right? And what doesn't exist in computer code? 3.
Sorry, what?
It's ones and it's no shit, that's a bad theory.
Yeah, because I was like, there's only zeros and ones. No.
But in quantum, there's 2s, right?
No. Well, yes and no. The 2 is actually the superposition of 0 and 1.
Oh.
Yeah,
but
so
there's never 3.
Well,
boom, theory confirmed.
Theory proved. Put it in the books. Quick.
I love it. Like, I realized, like, that's why I don't bring up theories that I brought up that I think up on the show. Because, like, as I was doing it, I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
You're also playing right now.
I am.
This game is not the simplest either.
No. Each enemy has a different strat.
And most of them you just cut in half.
What, the strat? I cut the strat in half?
Well, that too.
I like this guy here.
Good, my boy. Good.
What?
He's the gravekeeper.
Dude, I would have been hiding down in that grave too.
So you have the blades, the skin as pale as the moon.
Some say he's Zeus.
The one. So there's some sort of prophecy?
Fuck, I don't know.
Because he even said you have the blades and the pale white skin.
I don't know.
Dude, he's digging the dirt that's already at the surface.
Have you ever noticed that in a movie where someone is like covered in goo or whatever it is, and they're wiping it off their face, but they're not actually wiping anything. They're only wiping the space that is already clear.
Clear, yeah.
That's because it's makeup, and you don't want to keep wiping that shit off because you might have to do another take.
Yeah, and put it back on. That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
or
it
like
always
they're
bugs
wiping
me.
their hands and it's really only like their arms that are dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, it's really like it's like extras. Like just watch a movie and watch the extras. They are so fucking fun.
I like watching the people sitting at the table over.
Yeah,
If you can.
because some of the stuff they're doing is like, it looks like they're going like, yeah, for sure, oh, that's right,
I mean, bad extras, but good extras.
I don't know. I mean, like, if I was a good extra, I would like sit down next to the person and say, okay, what's our story? Who are you?
Dude, you could talk about that during the scene and it would be appropriate.
I'm Maximilian.
Like, so let's say you and me were supposed to be extras during a coffee scene. If we sat down at the table and went, okay, who are you supposed to be? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, who will I be? You would actually look like an extra.
Yeah,
Right?
I guess so, yeah.
It would be that easy.
Are you liking this?
Just nothing but toss.
The staggered fall, the staggered slam fall. Are you ready for this?
Takes 3 throws to
Come
muck
on
the-
and slam, and
and
welcome
to
to the
the
jam.
Kratos is the man, and bring them to the flan. No.
The flange.
Yeah. Nope. Nope. That was bad.
So there's something called a flanger. It's like an effect you can do on a guitar amp. Sorry.
Okay.
And every time I see it, I think the phalange.
Oh my god.
Something
like
wrong with the left phalange.
Regina Phalange.
That was a really well written show. Like
Yes, it was
the
very
characters
well
were
written.
so consistent and well fleshed out. Like you knew, you had this smile on your face. I think that was kind of like a sitcom thing, but the characters were so consistent that they walked in the room and you knew how they were gonna act.
Yeah.
Just not specifically what they would say. You knew
and
that
that's where the comedy came in.
if like Joey was doing a stupid thing and Chandler came home, you're already fucking ready to laugh because you know where this is going. It's like it's already funny.
Yeah, and then that also made it way funnier when they did break the mold.
Yeah,
Like-
absolutely.
Like there's this
Where they reverse it, right?
There's
Where-
one episode where Joey goes, I don't understand how I keep losing at heads or tails. It's so simple. Heads I win, tails you lose. And then he goes, oh, I forgot to pick up my dry cleaning.
Okay, I have a feeling these are. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to close these up.
Yeah, you got to do
actually.
something else.
Yeah.
I'm loving the ring whips or the wing rips.
Yo, I'm whipping my hair, bro.
Yeah.
I'm doing the nay, bro.
The one show I've started watching, I think I told you about it. It's a Tim Allen sitcom called Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of jokes in it that are so political because he's supposed to be this crazy Republican dude who's like all about guns and small government and shit like that. So they make all these things, but also the show is old, so they're always like harping on Obama.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I wonder if the show would be written the same this year. You know,
No.
if it was started in 2016,
No.
it would be totally different.
I feel like a lot of people are avoiding politics for that reason.
Dude, people are not avoiding politics at all.
Oh, maybe I'm avoiding politics.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
avoid politics,
Dude, as
brother.
Canadians, we're avoiding politics.
It's because like, I don't. How can I?
Well, their election cycle is gonna start up again in like 2 months or something. Don't they do elections for like a year and a half?
No.
The States, yeah, they do.
Do they?
Their election cycle is, I'm pretty sure, a year and a half, so 18 months. Ours is 3 months.
We do elections every 3 months.
No, it's a 3-month period. We, both us and them, do federal elections every 4 years. But for us, we spent 3 months campaigning. They spend 18.
Oh, you mean the cycle?
Yeah, the
I
actual like advertising campaign, if you will.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
see.
And don't you
Alright.
feel like you get bored of elections when they come around here?
I don't even know. I don't.
You don't see
care,
the
and
signs on the lawns and shit?
I'm not even.
You don't hear the commercials?
I'm aware.
Justin Trudeau is just not ready yet. Don't tell me you don't remember those fucking commercials.
fucking people call me. They're like, "Hello, I am this guy, and I am doing this thing."
I hate that.
And you know me well because I phoned you at home. It's like, stop, man.
Never ever do this is a message to everyone in the world. Never send a recorded message as if it's live. fuck you.
Oh.
Don't be like, hi, this is Rob calling you from your car dealership. I wanted to make sure you're aware of an exclusive offer. Rob, I know you're not fucking there. I know that you recorded this message, so don't bullshit me.
Get it together, Rob.
You know what?
You know what, Robert?
If you actually call me, fine. Sort of. Don't call me, but if you call me, fine. Just don't pretend you're calling me. Don't want to. You remember those things you get where we call you and then a foghorn would go off?
Yes.
And be like, this is your captain speaking.
You want a round trip around the world, buddy.
I guarantee you people got those calls all over the world. There's no way that was a localized phenomenon.
No.
Especially because cruises are such an international thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Those were terrible. I once actually thought Dad was calling me because the boat sound kind of sounded like the phone was right next to a guitar amp.
Oh, like feedback or something.
Yeah, so I thought Dad just like called me and was also playing guitar, and then it was suddenly just like, "Hal, yes, is your captain speaking," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck you, man."
Dad never calls himself captain.
He expects us to do it.
Oh my god. Actually, characters with eccentric names are some of my favorites. Like in How I Met Your Mother, there was the character, the captain, who actually wore a captain's hat, and people would refer to him as the captain. Yeah.
Who is he played by?
Oh, ooh, that I wouldn't know. I don't think you would really know him either. He's a reasonably famous actor, just not to the. He's not a Tom Cruise type character. You know, he's not that
a
famous.
Tom Cruise character?
Well, Tom Cruise is probably the most popular actor in the world in a lot of ways, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Cyclone of Chaos. I forgot about that.
Who can forget the cyclone?
Oh, man.
That is so. It's a pirouette. That's what that is.
Is that just...
That is a double axle spin.
It's pretty impressive.
And I can actually do this now. That's cool.
That was already there, wasn't it?
Nope.
That's a new one?
I can only get that after doing a heavy or light.
Oh, so now you can do light or heavy attack combos.
Yeah. There she goes. Good catch, girl. Good catch. Sorry, that timing was off.
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen, and I said it before.
Before she got it.
So please don't think that the video was unsynced. And now that I brought that up, now you're looking for it to be unsynced. My bad.
Well, with the frame rate issues in this game, it might just look unsynced, even if it's fine.
There's no frame rate issues in this game. There's a VSync problem, if that's what you're talking about.
Were there not frame rate issues in the fights?
Oh, I might have to use a handbrake and get that motherfucking pineapple on my...
Kratos also has no friction.
Huh. So I am...
You wanna get on the thing? Where are you going, bro? Is that not supposed to go down there?
solving the riddle without...
I'm solving world hunger.
I said let's avoid topical conversations, all right?
World hunger? That's been a topical conversation since like the 20s, hasn't it?
Probably before that.
You think they were worried about world hunger that long ago, or were they just like, man, I want to get my cigarettes?
In the 20s?
Yeah.
How...
Well, because the 20s, wasn't everything good in the 20s?
It was, yeah, it was the roaring...
It was the roaring 20s.
20s, the dirty 30s, and then the hoary 40s is how it
The
went.
hoary 40s? Is that actually what they called it?
No.
It'd be so funny, though. Why not?
It'd be hilarious, but no.
You know, that was the era where businesses started, like, whoring themselves out. The hoary 40s.
Hoary 40s.
Well, it started now. Now it's a thing. But yeah, I feel like in the 20s, they were just so happy to have, like, money and no war that they just didn't worry about anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I feel like that's what I'd be like. I'd be like, God damn, man, give me 10 years to not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, and they had no idea. I remember watching, I watched like one episode of Downton Abbey. It's so dull. Anyway.
I love you call it Downton.
Was it called Downtown Abbey?
Yeah.
It's not called Downtown Abbey.
I think it is.
No.
Is it not?
No, it's Downton.
Downton.
Downton Abbey. Downton. I'm not saying it right.
Oh, man. I'm sure that's how they pronounce it, the British.
Maybe. I don't know. But he reads the newspaper the day that the Titanic sunk.
Really?
And it was like 1940 1914, I think, or 1913.
Yeah, wasn't it before the war?
It
1913?
was just before the war.
Go in there, dude. You don't see that
can't.
gap in the rocks?
I don't think that's some legit gap, bro.
It's just a little nook.
I know I have to. Oh, is it that simple?
Wow. Great job, Kratos.
No, great job. Your great job, Great Toast.
Great toast. Oh my god.
Grape job, Grape Toast.
No way. These things stop incrementally and we have to jump from one to the next.
Yep. Maybe hold on with 2 hands.
Imagine the rope burn she would have got when she caught herself.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Why didn't she lower herself on the rope so that if she falls, it won't be as far?
She doesn't have upper body strength. Oh, I see the frame rate problems you're talking about.
Yeah, there's some problems.
Gonna have a handbrake tonight.
This is so like the
Prince of Persia games.
I was gonna say Assassin's Creed, because they used to show
There's
you
even a
the
fucking
temples. What?
There's even a fucking
Yeah,
hourglass.
very much like Prince of Persia.
These get better in the second game.
These scenes, these climbing scenes.
Yeah, because this is a little rigid, a little too rigid. I like my wall scenes fluid.
I hate when my walls get rigid.
I need fluid walls.
Can you imagine what fluid walls would actually be like when you tried to climb them?
I
You remember
know what they
Egbert?
would be like.
Egbert?
Oh my god!
Fluid walls!
Egbert!
Yes, dude. Oh, we should totally play that.
Speedy Egbert.
I don't know why I didn't think about that until you said it, but
Fuck, I feel like between this session, like scrap the Unravel session. Let's do fucking Speedy Egbert, man.
Speedy Egbert. Do we
Speedy
still have
motherfucker.
that
Of course.
Microsoft Classics?
Yeah, the classics thing that our grandpa. Wow,
Dude!
wow.
Did her hair color
Her
change?
hair color changed, dude. Her fucking clothing color changed.
Everything changed. So did he, but not as badly.
What?
Perhaps too late to save Athens.
Okay, can you put a little like picture-in-picture shot of what she used to look like? I know it's extra work, but I feel like it would be really appropriate right now.
And when the oracle looked into
Oh, this is... So he had those red stripes before.
a man,
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
he
he was-
already had those tattoos.
army,
Yeah.
Kratos had begun his command with
So he was the leader of the Spartans.
but soon his
Yeah.
numbers grew.
And that's why he gets that Spartan frilly thing when he goes into his Wrath of the Titans, Wrath of the Gods.
His
Yeah, because he's a Spartan.
brutal, but effective.
He could pause time.
Yeah, he liked to smash people's heads.
These were like phenomenal in 2005, and this voice acting is incredible.
And that'll be incredible from now to the end of time.
Yeah,
This chick's
I
awesome.
mean it still looks amazing.
And him.
The
Yeah.
glory of Sparta. You did this for yourself.
Whoa!
Oh,
Quest knew no bounds.
That was
That which he
new.
desired.
that animation style is so cool. The moving like still frames moved for perspective is such an interesting
Stay out of my head.
way to do it.
Choose your enemies
It is
wisely,
well-
Kratos.
She's just so different. I can't believe how different she looks.
It was such a stark contrast too because they showed her
A second ago, yeah.
and then went into the cinematic.
Yeah, she's all boobs. Holy.
Yeah, I still haven't decided if I'm gonna be removing
Is
that.
censoring that?
I think I will,
Of Athens.
but then it's like, do I also censor the Gorgons? Because
No.
and the Harpies have like exposed breasts too. It's just really hard to see.
Many have gone insane.
She's a little more obvious, though, and she's also the most humanoid character. But here we are deciding on censorship rules. Black hair again!
And a turquoise, like wow, is that ever a hole?
Yeah.
That is a hole. That is
Wow,
this game's unplayable.
okay. Unplayable.
Unplayable.
Character doesn't look right. Unplayable. Okay, send it back. Refund. Refund!
I demand a refund. This is pretty cool. There's a fucking giant fucking sword.
Sword.
Like, look at that shit, man.
Dude, that sword's even too big for that statue. Like, that statue wouldn't even be large enough to wield a sword like that.
Well, it's not supposed to be wielded by the statue, brother.
I suppose, but it'd be nice to have a statue around that seems appropriate to the sword, no?
Yeah. I'm also getting really sick of these two different directions that go super far long ways, and I don't know which
So wait,
one
what's
I'm
the other
supposed to
direction,
go.
though? Oh, along the sword?
Up there is the way I'm supposed to go, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is, but there's nothing along... I don't think there's anything at the end of the sword.
Maybe. There might be an open little gate there.
Maybe a little chest or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this brings me downstairs.
Chesty chest.
And
Okay,
I remember
so
fighting dudes down here.
there's totally something at the end of the sword. My bad.
Isn't this cool?
I love the perspective. Some of the camera angles are great in this game. Some.
Yeah, I think this is a good example of like taking control away from the player and doing a better job than the player would have done, because stairs are always really awkward in games with full control.
Yes, because they're so tight, and the camera doesn't know how to behave when it can't be far away.
Yeah. I don't know what's at the end of all this. This is exciting. I remember this vividly, actually.
I don't remember being down here at all. I don't remember this part. You sure we weren't supposed to go on top?
Yeah, no, we are supposed to go up top.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
The right way, okay. And yes, that does bug me when you feel like you're 10 minutes into one of 2 different ways to go, and you don't really know.
And then you realize that you've gone too far. You're like, fuck, I can't go back.
Either you can't or you don't want to spend the time, because sometimes it's a huge investment just to walk the whole way.
It's taking up your time, bro.
Oh my goddamn time!
And a game that solves that issue is the 2D Metroid games. I mean, maybe the 3D ones do it too, but in like Metroid 2, I think it is, you have to go pretty much in every direction to progress. Like, eventually you'll have to go through there to get a thing you need to go forward. So you end up going everywhere and never really feeling like you had to go back. And all the directions are pretty short, so like you can tell that you have passed.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, this is the right way to go.
Whereas here, we're still on a tangent.
Yeah, huge.
All this shit is part of a tangent.
It's a saving point down here. I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way now.
Yeah, you might actually be going the right way, man. And that's
Fuck.
what bugs me, is like, now are we gonna go all the way back to the mountain?
Nope.
Yeah, so now we're just going forward.
And I'll freeze you, and I'll freeze you, and I probably
Didn't freeze either of
Probably
them.
should have picked one and stuck with it. And I got you. Oh, no. Okay.
Yes. Thank God.
Hopefully I have enough for this, and
Nope.
I don't.
Nope.
It's okay. These guys are... Wow, that's cool. I just saw the axe.
Get used?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're cool enemies. I thought the axe was just ceremonial. Like, I thought it was just for show.
Ceremonial. You think that Ares would send his hordes of enemies in with ceremonial weaponry?
No. Actually, every enemy has been purely efficiency. If it has armor, it's because that armor makes it stronger. If it has a weapon, it's because it uses that weapon.
And as a nice little gameplay addition, it ends up making visual clarity much better.
What does all the enemies with the efficient
The amount
dress
of
up? Yeah.
the amount of armor makes things easy to tell if it's a difficult enemy. And
Yeah, 10 hits, 20 hits.
you can tell the
100
difference
hits.
between those ogres that do and don't have armor.
Yeah, the ones that are gonna do a quick time sequence and the ones that just get the eye splatter.
Yeah, because they're not worth his time. Ooh.
Oh,
I blocked the hammer.
but you couldn't parry
Not
the
the
shockwave.
shockwave,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's why the fleece is really cool in the next game.
What is that?
I don't know. Almost sounded like an alarm of some sort.
I've never heard that sound before.
I just heard it for like a second though.
That was weird.
Yeah. One of those things.
Yo, you know, I just discovered something last night. So, the dude that used to live above me, I've been working with.
What?
Yeah.
But like used to live above you how long ago?
A year ago,
Oh man.
for a year,
That's so funny you had no idea.
and I've even talked about like the people upstairs on the show.
Yeah, for a year.
I did
for
not
sure.
mention that though.
No, definitely don't mention
I
that
wasn't
one.
like, oh, I got really mad at you on a show one time. Maybe more than once.
Oops.
I was like, did you used to play like loud music on Saturdays, like heavy metal? And he's like, yeah. And country on the weekends. And I'm like, yeah, country on the weekends.
That's the guy. Oh my god. All right. Well, if you are listening, we apologize.
Well, whatever. The music part never bothered me because it was always on. It was always on weekends. Like I expect music.
You got to live your life.
Yeah. But like I think at the time I got mad because it was an unrealistic expectation to be angry at someone for
Using their own
walking.
home.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
walking around. Like, what am I gonna do? Go up there and be like, hey, can you not walk around?
Yeah, you
On
want to be
Sundays?
you want to be perfectly quiet on the
Yeah.
only days you're not working.
Because there's even times where I notice myself kind of stomping around, and the only reason why it's not a problem is because
No one lives
there's
below
no
you.
one below me.
Yeah, that's something I have to think about because we have someone who lives below us, and I'm
Yeah.
certain he can hear everything. Savage.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm a motherfucking savage, motherfucker.
Use a savage.
I love how much combat there is here. Like, I don't think this is like the longest stretch of combat there's been.
This, yeah, actually, a good point.
Full Nelson with a reversal. Like actual people who are into fighting must be upset when I talk about it.
Yeah,
Like that.
actually, I don't even know if that was really a full Nelson, and I don't really think
more-
that's how you reverse a full Nelson either.
It's more like a rear naked chokehold, which I hear is why Joe Rogan stopped watching Dexter, which is always funny to me because there's so many reasons to stop watching Dexter that go beyond a full Nelson or a rear naked chokehold.
Yeah, it's because his choke was inappropriate, and it wouldn't have actually cut off any circulation, so the person wouldn't have passed out.
Yeah.
Which is a small thing, but the problem is that it's kind of the same way that you can't listen to YouTube content if the audio's not perfect.
I can deal with it. Kind of.
But it's the same premise where there's so much content out there. Why would you waste your time with something that bothers you
Yeah.
because you're so knowledgeable about it? I guess it's the same thing. Joe Rogan just knows so much. He's just like, bitch, please, with your pussy ass choke.
I guess that would. I mean, I think I had to stop watching that podcast where he was talking about
Oh,
how they must have used CGI on Legend.
Yeah, for Tom Hardy.
Just because like it kind of went on, like it was just like the whole time I'm like, no.
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 And you know what? I bet that happens to anyone who has a podcast. There's always people who are
I'm
just
sure
like
we've already discussed that stuff.
on this episode. Yeah, for sure. But for us, it's just less affected individuals.
Yeah.
At least currently. And if you are one of those affected individuals, we apologize, but there's nothing we can do for you.
Well, also thank you for
So-
joining us.
Yeah, next time, whatever's upstairs.
Yeah.
Next time upstairs.
Yep.